The following program is rated TV MA LSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get it, girl. Get it, girl.
What is this again?
Sprinkler.
Yeah. Dicks of Sprinkler.
Hi, Scout.
Hi, babe. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing so good. I
think you always answer that. I'm doing good, man. That's your Canadian.
Hey, guys. Do I sound like a stoner?
No, you sound like you're from Canada.
Somebody said that the other day, that I sound like a stoner. And I was like,
you're just like a hippie chick.
Yeah, I think it's
That's
just
really
because
all that it is.
I like
Peace
to
and love,
be naked,
man.
and I like to just slow down when I talk to people. And if I'm naked, it's fine.
Yeah. Yes.
Why does that make me a stoner? No, I don't know. I guess maybe I have that sort of thing in my voice. Possibly.
Sexy stoner.
Yeah. How have you been? What's
I've been
new?
good. Same shit, different day. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm like nervous and excited to be here though, because
Yeah.
you know, this is a new thing for us.
Yes.
So we do a lot of girl talk, and we don't have the male perspective.
And we've been getting in some deep shit.
Of
not having male perspective on this.
Like rolling the dice, taking a guess of like, I don't know. What do you think, Scout? I don't know. What do you think?
But I think it's good to also get the female perspective on like these questions.
For sure.
You know, but I get it. I understand. And so with that being said, guys, we have someone in the studio who does not need an introduction. He's kind of hiding right now at the moment, but this is a super talented man. He has quite a resume. He's known for, CW Riverdale, which I love that show. And of course, he plays the sexy serial killer Billy in the Scream
Billy
franchise, which just came out.
Yes.
SKEET ULRICH. Hi.
SKEET ULRICH. Welcome to Talk Scary to
So
Me.
do you know anything
Thanks
about
for
this
having me
podcast?
here. No,
that's why he's
so
here.
exciting. Yeah, yeah,
He's like-
yeah. It was better that you didn't give me episode.
Didn't give you a heads
I know
up.
when I originally sent him an invite, I sent him just a clip of us doing a podcast overview.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh shit, maybe I should have told you that
just
we
like
talk
the
about
true crime?
vaginas and butt
yeah,
plugs
and all
and
that
like
fun
threesomes and all of that too.
Yes. I can't wait. That's the stuff I really want to know. I don't want to talk about Scream. I want to know what you think about butt plugs.
I know. But Skeet, how are you? How is everything?
Everything's good.
It's been huge with the Scream release. How did that go?
It went great. It was bizarre. I had to hold it secret for over a year.
Oh my God.
That I had filmed it and that Billy Loomis was back.
Yeah.
And so it was funny. We shot in Wilmington, North Carolina, and I was literally on set a day, but I was there in the area for like 5 days, and with COVID and everything, because it was November of whatever year 20.
Yeah.
And so I kept it really quiet, whatever, and the art department had given me a poster of the new poster or whatever, and I had traveled from another film in Canada, and I didn't really have room in my luggage for it or whatever, so I took the poster and I wrote on it, I stayed in this room while I made Scream 5.
Wow.
So whoever finds this, I hope
Holy
you're well
shit.
and happy, whatever.
Wow.
And hid it behind the dresser in that room. So if anybody happens to hear this.
What hotel? What room?
I could see, I don't know.
See?
It was in
What?
Wilmington, North
Man.
Carolina. I
Oh,
can't
you do
remember
know
the name.
some maids just found that and they're like, what is this?
Yeah.
Threw it
Like,
away.
getting
Threw it away.
Yeah. Like the crap people leave in their rooms.
What is this shit?
I swear.
Oh,
Scavenger
man.
hunt. You guys, I should go on a mission and try to find this
That's
poster.
so interesting. I always leave money in the Bibles.
Oh.
Because that's the
do?
thing. I leave like $100.
You
babe.
do?
What?
I'm like, whoever's gonna look through this thing. But then I go into a room and I don't read it. I just look through it.
Well,
to
let me
make
know
sure
what room
this-
you're staying in next
Yeah,
time where we go.
really.
We're gonna be fighting over that $100.
But have
The
you
only
ever-
time I've cracked Bibles in a hotel room is if I didn't have something to roll a joint with. That first page is very light.
Do you really use the Bible?
Yeah. Are you ever stoned at conventions or no?
All the
Years
time.
ago,
Yeah.
I was. Yeah, not so much anymore.
I've done edibles a little bit here and
Really?
there. I try to get her to take them. She won't do them.
I would just be staring at the same person for like
yeah,
an hour.
I don't think it would be good. I tend to talk too much.
Oh,
Same.
you do?
So,
Same.
yeah.
Oh,
Same. ADD over here. I can't.
I think
can't.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
You zone out.
I
you
do.
become
I'm
like
just
this
like,
sexy,
yeah.
sexy, like lion. It's like you're just like I'm fine, Scout. I'm like,
Makes
yeah, but you're
everything
looking at me
go
like you
good.
want to eat me.
Because I probably do.
The food's not great around.
No,
they're
it's
not. They are
Especially
not.
with COVID and not having
Yeah.
room service. It sucks.
Oh, I'm so glad that cons are coming back around, though. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
they've been back
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
about 8 months, I guess.
it's
Like,
good.
nice.
It's
Yeah.
good. It's good for the people.
Remember when you
Yeah.
first went out, like trying to talk to people again, though? It was hard to like have a conversation when you've been stuck in your room for a year.
Oh yeah, I definitely wasn't making eye contact with people.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm a yapper, so it was fine. I was
You're
like,
so nice to everybody.
I am really nice. Okay, so
Oh,
Skeet, we
all
do
right.
a section of sex and love. So we're gonna read a
And
couple.
these are fans that write in and want advice and ask us questions. So
Okay.
we've got a
So
couple
chime in
picked out
whenever.
for you.
Oh boy, bring it on.
Danielle, you go
ready.
first.
No, you have yours is
me,
simple.
Me.
Yeah.
Oh, simple.
Yours
we're
is
gonna
simple.
We're gonna start you off
simple.
easy. Okay, so should I mention his name? It doesn't say if he
No.
wants to. Okay,
Just
okay.
in case.
So, this is coming from a fan. My wife and I haven't had sex in 5 months, and every time I try, she'd shut me down. I try to talk to her, and she gets annoyed and is like, "Is sex the only thing that you ever think about? Is there something I should have to worry about? I'm dying here, and I feel so horny. You wouldn't believe it."
Well, I would believe it. 5 months.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Is it normal to feel this way?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I would be worried if.
Do you
if I
think
was
she's
in-
doing something, or she mad at him, or what do you? I mean, what would you think? What would you think, Scout, is going on?
I mean, I can't even wait like 3 days, so I couldn't imagine like 5 months. That would be
Horrific, right?
that would be awful. And I mean, obviously, you know, when you don't have like a sexual relationship, a lot more things stem
Right, bubble up, right.
You know, so I could only imagine what their relationship and their marriage looks like right now. I mean, maybe there's, but like I'm saying, guys, we've always say this: communication.
Communicate, yeah.
How do you go 5 months without communicating?
What do
Well,
you
it seems
say
like
to your
he's
woman?
trying. It seems like, or it sounds like from how he wrote it that he's trying to communicate. But
What
obviously,
what
they're
would
not.
you say, Skeet? What would you say?
I
if
would
this
seek
was
a
happening?
therapist.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's deeper than sex. Clearly,
Mm-hmm.
whether she's doing something or not doesn't really matter in the long
Right.
run. They're disconnected for sure. You
Is
know.
sex an important thing in a relationship?
It absolutely
Yeah.
is. I
Yeah.
think it's a sign of the health of the entire relationship.
Right.
First of all, I mean, it's some of the most connected moments you can have in a relationship.
Yeah.
When it's real and it's not just about sex. It's a deep
Right.
relationship. I think it's some of the most profound moments in a relationship.
Do you know that I recently found out that my mom and my dad.
Oh, I don't even know where you're going with this, but it just sounds like fucking so wrong.
Let's go, guys.
Like,
let's go.
your mom and your
never
dad.
had sex.
Gross.
My mom and my dad have only had sex a handful of times in
What?
their.
Wait, your stepmom?
My stepmom and my dad, yes, have only had sex a handful of times.
What does that even mean?
Like 5?
Yeah,
I hope.
yeah, like 5. Like
No.
5.
In how many
Yes.
years?
In a shit ton of years, in like 30 years. But it works for them.
No.
It works for
No,
them.
it doesn't.
It does. They're
No.
very happy.
No, they're not.
Bitch.
No, they're not.
Bitch. They are. They
No,
are happy.
it's not possible.
My mom's not like a physical person, and neither is my dad. My dad was like a horny fucking bastard, many wives. Like, you know, I think he got it out of his system.
That's
and
There's
then-
not
no way to get it out of
true.
your system.
What are you talking about?
It keeps coming back into your
Not the
system.
flu.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm saying it works for them, and they're completely happy.
Bullshit. That's what they tell you because they want you to not have sex.
Oh no,
I
my
don't know.
mom
Like, maybe
wants
they're just,
me to have
They
sex.
just don't want you to think about it, which is
Maybe.
okay.
I have my dad's genes. My dad's genes of
Well,
sexual.
apparently they've never been
behavior.
soiled.
Yeah. with anything.
Oh my God. Oh, now I'm gonna like go call them after this episode and be like, guys, we need to figure
They need
you
to go to
guys out.
therapy.
Well, now it's too late.
But I mean, what do you say? When obviously, usually the husband will want it more. Usually, just man, woman. But what
That's
do you
not
say?
always the case.
Not always the case.
That's not always the case.
Right. True. Doesn't mean the woman doesn't want it a lot, but I'm just saying. So what do you say in 5 months? I mean, how is he communicating with her? Is he like, is he trying? Is he pulling it out? Is he like, I mean, what do you?
Well, she's getting annoyed. She's getting annoyed and saying like, is this all you ever want?
Yeah,
Obviously not.
Well,
I
no,
waited
it's
5
5
months. I don't know. I feel like
I think
you
you
either
really have to seek help in that
Yes.
situation to get somebody to get you communicating and hopefully fix whatever's walls
Yeah.
are up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's clear he probably did something and then he was reacting to something she did and now there's an impasse. And
So to answer your last question, this is not normal. I mean,
no. And it's not okay.
it's not okay. So I think you need to seek help, see if that helps. If not, it's not your person, man. Got
Yeah.
one life, guys.
Yeah.
Got one life.
They need to
and
work it
it goes by
out.
fast.
yeah.
Goes
I think if
by
there's
fast.
anything
They're
in a
married,
relationship
right?
that your partner is not happy with,
Yeah.
you have to address it or it is,
Yeah.
you have
It's
to move on.
damaging.
Becomes a big problem.
Oh, trust me. In my past relationships, I always put a mute button on.
You did.
Yeah, always until this relationship. I was like, I can't. I need what I need. You know,
Right.
it'll just build up and bottle up. It's not.
But
a
it sounds like
healthy-
she's punishing him.
Probably.
I mean, 5 months, if she keeps saying, like, that's all you think about, like, she sounds like she's kind of a bit of a bitch and needs to fucking give it up or your man's going to go fuck around on you or leave the marriage.
Or
Like,
maybe
you
she
can't.
wants that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe that's her way out.
Oh, of pushing him out?
Yeah, who knows?
Oh.
Damn.
Oh,
really?
Don't listen to this, bro. That was just a hypothesis. Like,
He's
seriously,
freaking
just go
out now.
talk to somebody.
He's freaking out. I know. Well, my first thought was, is she cheating? Is she like
Yeah.
seeing someone on the side? I mean,
Maybe, but
I don't know. I don't know.
you don't think women what?
historically they do more.
They do?
That's what I've heard. Statistically, women cheat more
Wow.
Really? Like physically or emotionally?
physically.
Have you ever been cheated on?
Yes.
Did you find out or did they just tell you?
I found out after the relationship was over.
After.
Get out.
Did you have any idea while it was going on?
I had notions that it could be happening, yeah.
Why didn't
Yeah.
you listen to your gut? Just curious as a man.
I mean, I did, but similar to him, if you start to broach that subject, like it just sounds wrong,
Defense.
and then
Yeah.
and then it's like
Defense.
easily defended, and then it's typically you're gaslighted.
Yeah, right.
And so it just becomes more painful to try and figure out the truth.
Yeah.
God, man, people are just bad to people sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I don't know why you stay in a relationship if you're going to fucking hurt somebody.
I
I don't know.
I have no idea. That's something that we've had to learn over the
Jesus.
years.
Yeah,
I mean, people rather
yeah.
like live in a lie than be honest. They think it's much worse. I have no
It
understanding.
takes so much energy to be negative and be a liar than it does to just be honest and be happy.
True.
I'll have to say.
Hopefully this question's a little bit more lighter.
This is interesting. It's kind of long, so I'm just
Okay.
I'm gonna try to read through it fast, actually, because
Okay.
maybe I might skip around a little bit. Let me get my glasses on. 'Cause,
I love your glasses.
Oh, do you see how old am I? I have 2 pairs. I have distance, so I can see you and Skeet, and I have close, so I can see what the fuck I'm reading.
I just went to a LASIK appointment last week.
Are you
I
gonna get
wanna
it done?
Get it.
Well, I was going to get it done, and then they told me I have a cataract in this eye, which is
shit.
very early. So I'm going to get that surgery, and that will fix it.
Oh my god.
It's a 10-minute surgery.
But
Yeah.
you hurt for a few days. I've had a couple of people. It's like really awful.
Where was
pain.
that mute button, by the way? Where did that mute button go?
I'm just at least letting you know for a friend to a friend.
Oh my god.
But have fun.
Okay, great.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so this guy wants to remain anonymous. So I'm just gonna skip down to his question. And I'm really going to try to jam through this. So Danielle and Scout, one of the reasons, he's talking nicely about us. I'm just going to read this because this is lovely. Okay. One of the reasons why I love your podcast so much is that even though you guys have a lot of fun with regards to the love-based and sex-based questions, you do it with such a caring and respectful nature. I think one of the best things is when you guys talk about a lot of sex and intimacy topics. It gives your audience an additional female perspective that can provide people with a great learning opportunity about all things of a sexual nature. There are often times in my life that there are some topics with regards to sex and intimacy that I can be scared to talk to my wife about. And I love getting a female point of view about questions which I might have about sex and intimacy. Sometimes I do work up the nerve to ask my wife these questions, but I always love to hear other females give their opinions on topics of a sexual and intimate nature because it provides me with additional education. I have a question for you. It's not necessarily a question. It's more or less looking for an insightful opinion. Unfortunately, he wants to remain anonymous. So it really hits close to home, and it's very emotional for him.
Okay.
I've been with my wife for 18 years. I truly love this woman more than anything else in the world. She's the third woman that I've ever dated in my entire life. She's been the only woman in my life that I've actually slept with. She treats me well. We have a really great love life. The one thing that I've always wanted to enjoy when it comes to intimacy is I've never had a blowjob before.
Whoa.
What?
It is something that I've always wanted to experience, and I do perform oral sex on her. Every time I've always talked to her about it, she's always told me that the reason why she won't do it is because it's just something she can't ever see herself doing. And I try to be respectful and understanding towards that.
Wow.
I've tried to talk to my closest guy friends about it, and I always get laughed at and ridiculed for it. They say, why would you even consider marrying a woman that doesn't give blowjobs? For me, the biggest thing I want to be more than anything else is I want to be a good husband. I want to be a husband that would make any woman proud, and leaving someone just because they won't do a specific sexual act just seems incredibly petty in my eyes, no matter how much I may want it. No matter how much I want to experience a blowjob for the first time, I could never live with the guilt of cheating on a person that I promised to love unconditionally and always stay faithful to. I've come to the realization that as long as I remain with my beautiful wife, I'll probably never know the pleasure of experiencing a blowjob. Deep down, I've come to accept it because everything else in my marriage is great. Sex is great. We barely fight. We have great communication. We built such a stable and loving foundation for ourselves. I never want to make my wife feel any less of a woman because she won't do a specific sexual act. I always want to build her up, and there will never be an occasion where I would ever want to tear her down. I guess the question for Danielle and Scout and Skeet, since you guys have such a wonderful, loving men in your lives, figuratively speaking, if everything in your relationship is great and it's the best that you could ask for on an emotional, caring level, but for example, you could never get to experience a specific sexual act that you've always wanted to experience or perform because your partner won't do it, could you still remain in that relationship?
Absolutely. Right?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it's just not that big a deal, to be honest. I mean, I think he should be careful who he talks to about that amongst his friends.
Yeah.
Which maybe is too late, and maybe it's something that he can find a way to communicate to her to just experiment and try. But it sounds like they have a great relationship.
Yeah, right?
Sounds like he's deeply in love. And why would you throw that away for one thing?
Right.
When you have
You're gonna get it.
95% of what you're
Right.
after, why throw it away for 5% of something that you have no idea whether he'll even enjoy it?
Yeah. Well, I have an idea, but...
Well, maybe.
But if
his
she's
sex life is
never
good
done
and-
it before, she's probably not going to be all that great. And
I mean, I don't know what her hesitancies may be, or
seems like she thinks it's taboo or something.
maybe, but
That kind of thing. It's like I've never seen myself as a woman that would do that. It's so confusing.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe
But
there's
to-
just more communication to be had about how
Yeah.
to try it, or I don't know,
What do you think?
just wake her up with it.
Yeah. With his dick in her mouth. It's like, babe.
Just close your eyes.
Right there, honey.
or
wake
after-
up.
You were snoring. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just putting it into perspective. If I was in a relationship and no one has ever like eaten me out,
Right.
and I wanted that and I wasn't getting that, oh my God, I don't know if I could do it. I honestly don't think I could do it.
But you're coming from the perspective of having had that and knowing you like it.
Oh, right.
Yes,
right.
yes.
That's true.
But I mean, she should be able to. Come on, it's like why is she so?
I don't know.
Does not want to do it. I think
Yeah.
that's unfair to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really do. Because how much shit has he done for her?
Yeah.
Obviously he loves her so much. He
Right.
would do anything for her. He doesn't want the relationship to end. He's asking one simple thing.
Can't you just like give it a lick and just see? I mean,
Right.
like ice cream?
Just give it a lick.
Lick
Yeah.
it a couple times.
I mean, I
don't
know.
understand what the fear is. I mean, one interesting thing, I wonder if she comes from like sexual abuse
Yeah, that's what I
when
was
she was
thinking.
younger with that. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't know her full story, but it sounds to me like he would have brought that up if like, she does come from like a rough...
Or maybe she doesn't remember it happening to her.
I just
You
can't
know? I
imagine.
don't know.
I just can't imagine like looking at my partner and saying no
Yeah.
to something that simple if
Right.
it brings them, if
Right.
it's something for them.
I mean, if it's like a threesome or like, stuff that you're like,
Yeah, it's a
"When am I fucking
blowjob.
you?" It's a blowjob.
it's not like, can we
Right.
bring 5 dicks into play and like, you know what I'm saying? It's a simple blowjob.
Right.
And
right.
maybe he can make it more fun and playful and just like actually be open and honest with them and tell him like, I really would like to experience this with you.
18 years I've been married. I'm sure it's come up before.
Damn, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean, there are sex therapists out there you
Yeah.
can talk to, and
Yeah.
maybe they have a perspective or a way
Skeet's
to
advice is
communicate with-
go get help.
It's, I mean,
That's
yeah,
good, but
I
it's
mean,
good.
I think sometimes
good.
it takes a professional and it takes a situation
Maybe like
that
like
to-
sex class, like sex classes and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe she needs to be a little bit more comfortable with that.
get
There's
her
like
some
this.
pole dancing lessons.
Yeah.
My pole's in the car for you. Don't let me forget it. I had to take it again out
You
of
have
the
a very
car.
big car.
I do.
It's very long.
It is. It is.
It's sticking out. What is this? What is this? Or maybe she should try on a banana too first.
I
Maybe
was like,
maybe
what?
she's just scared that she's going to be bad at it.
Well, maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, if it's
Who
lasted
cares?
18 years and everything's good, I don't understand how.
It's your partner.
Yeah.
Who cares? Well, I was reading this question. I started looking up about.
look up?
I looked up blow job toys,
Oh,
and they have because we talked about pocket pussy last time.
Yeah.
And
Have you heard of pocket pussies?
I have, yeah.
Flash-
I had
Flashlight,
no
right?
idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Do you own a pocket pussy?
I've never owned a toy.
Okay,
No.
see, I
No.
wonder. I don't think it's like a common
How
thing.
have I been with
don't-
every dude I've been with has had toys?
None of the
Really?
guys I've
Yes.
been with has had
Interesting.
toys. None of them. I have the toys. They've never had a toy.
That's so interesting.
but I don't think it's a very common thing for men to like have a toy.
Is it?
But it should be. What's
I guess.
What's, what's so like bad
I
about?
mean, doesn't your hand get tired? I mean, if you're like alone or like out. I mean, how
But
else
you
gonna-
have to operate the pocket pussy with your hand too. It's not like
Yeah,
you're
but it's
sticking
not-
it in
yeah.
a doorway and then
No.
you're just like.
Well, I mean, you probably could, but
Now you can get those robots, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yes,
Now I know what you pre-ordered
Imagine,
yes.
imagine where do you store that?
in the guest room. Has its own room and clothes and,
Right.
and toys.
So look at these things, you guys. So there's this. So now they have. This is crazy. This is called Auto Blow Al. I don't know why they named it Al. Should have been called like Allison or something, I don't know. And well, there's a bunch of them, but I just looked up like this is from a top blowjob machines that feel like the real thing. So this one
Who's
that
the tester on that?
I know.
Wait, come back.
Yeah. So this one, what I thought was crazy, but wait, because there's other like ones that aren't. This is like an actual like it's it's like a machine.
How does it work?
I can't.
How does it work?
It's hard for me to wait. I can't show
Oh
you that.
shit!
It's like a real. It's like a thing, and it does it. And
It does it for you.
But you know what else?
What?
Because I think I might buy one of these. I'm just so
You're like
curious.
Danielle is tired of doing this.
No, but I'm curious because it's AI. It's like you can attach it to, I guess there's porn
An
on your
iPod?
phone. An iPod, exactly. There's porn on your phone that you can use. What are those
the like Oculus
virtual
VR
glasses that you can connect your machine to the glasses to the porn you're watching.
No.
And it's like
No. Then we're not going to know how to have sex anymore with each other. We're going to be like Wall-E, like times 100. Okay?
No, but
Dude,
like,
sometimes when I use my vibrator too much and then I
Oh, yeah,
have
you
sex,
get
like
numb,
I
yeah.
use my vibrator like
Yeah.
a lot. Like
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And then when I'm like doing the real thing, I'm like, ooh, shit.
Oh,
I used
yeah.
it too much. So
Yeah,
now I
it's
can
longer.
I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
now it's like
You're numb, for
causing
sure.
You're like
shit.
fantasizing about your vibrator while you're having sex.
I'm like,
This would be
that
so much
takes
quicker.
2 seconds. Oh my God. Okay, so somebody that reminds me, someone actually wrote in, I didn't save it, but they said something along the lines because we were talking about bringing vibrators and all that stuff and having your vagina molded.
Yes.
So apparently you can like mold your vagina so you
Not
can give
mine.
it. No. Probably mold your dick too. So you can
Probably.
give to your partner.
Right.
And when you're away, they have your thing. So apparently there's a thing that comes with the remote and is connected with you and the person, and then when you guys are in different areas, it goes at the same time. So you guys are having the same experience at the same time. I think that's what I want.
That's cool.
Isn't that nice?
I'd be into that.
Because I kind of sometimes when I have phone sex, I don't. I'm like, are you really doing it over there? Are you? Just doing this for me?
Wait. Are you not on
doing it?
FaceTime?
Oh no, not really.
What's the point?
Sometimes
This is
I
not the
do that.
70s.
Wait.
Hey guys.
She's like rotary dialing.
Oh God, the connection. Are you
Gene,
there
get
yet?
off the line.
Wait, what's the point of phone sex if you're not seeing the
I don't know.
person?
There's something about like a voice and like. I don't know. I don't want to have to
So
fucking
confused.
like. Oh, you see the angle? The angle's so good. Oh, you see that angle?
What?
You don't want to? That's the
whole
fun.
thing.
Sometimes it's too much work. I don't feel like directing a fucking movie. Okay, I feel like just like getting off.
Here, I have something for you.
Oh God, it's a.
Look at all these things.
Yeah.
These ring lights with shit like
There you
hooked
go.
up.
Scout, can I give
really.
you this? So just put your phone on the fucking tripod.
Oh my God, do you use that? You just brought it into
No,
the
I brought it to
studio.
film behind the scenes stuff, you freak.
Behind the scenes.
But I'm willing to give it to you if you would like it. You can just you don't have to direct. You just set it up and lay down on the bed and let it, do its business.
All right. I'll give it a try.
I mean, it's just FaceTime. It's
Let's
not
do
like
it.
recording it. I'll give this to you with the poll. There you go. When you're done.
I'm just gonna send
so
you
many gadgets.
videos.
Jesus.
I'm just gonna send you videos of me.
Right. Is this what you mean?
How's this angle
Is
like?
this good? Is my butt look good from this angle? Just before I do my movie, is it good? All right, great.
But this guy can get this machine. My
Yeah,
whole point is
well, that's
like this
good,
guy
that's
that's not
good.
getting blowjobs. Like, I mean, maybe try it. Like, he
I
doesn't
think
have
that's
to
maybe
tell her
why
about
like
it.
me and other guys don't, because it's inhuman. It's not, it's not the same.
Wait, what do you?
I think, it's not, it's robotic.
Oh.
It's not personal. It's
Yeah.
not, and he's probably looking for something from her.
Why all of us
Yeah,
women are
for
with
sure.
like vibrators
Yeah,
and
'cause
all
that-
different colors and shape. We're like, yeah, it's just, but still, the
I
real
mean, mine
thing's better.
isn't. But your vibrators are dildos, or they're not dildos.
I keep on forgetting where the cord is for my vibrators, so they recycle.
Hey,
they just
have
recycle.
you have to plug them in or charge? They're chargeable.
Oh
okay.
yeah, I gotta charge mine.
Yeah, it's the worst. Having sex with your vibrator
then it goes off!
and it goes off right when
Oh
you're
my
almost. It's like
God.
inevitable, right when you're almost there, and it's like
It's my.
you're like fuck.
it pisses me off. It pisses me off.
And then that's
so-
it, and then you're like, okay, forget it. I'm done.
I'm done. I'm
just
done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Mommy's done vacuuming.
or as Danielle says, Dr. Phil time.
Dr. Phil
They
time.
call it Dr. Phil time.
yes, yes. It's bang o'clock,
my
as
God.
Howard Stern would
Well,
say.
could you
Bang o'clock.
imagine Skeet never having a blowjob?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's impossible at
That
this
would
point.
be so bad. But oh my God, I couldn't even,
No,
like, not even as a kid, he didn't have one.
A kid?
I feel so bad. Well, like, younger. I mean, younger. Like, 16,
kid?
17
You
is a
didn't
kid.
get one at 7,
As a
bro?
kid.
oh my
Were
god,
you not in the Catholic Church?
Whoa,
Handing them out
good.
there.
That was good.
Oh my God. Okay, well, while we're still on this.
Have you
before-
ever had any toys brought into your relationships? Like, do you bring them in? You don't have toys, so does the woman? Has anyone ever like
Only once.
only one time she like introduced it? It's not weird, is it? For
I mean,
a guy,
we did it together.
Right,
We
right,
decided
right.
together and did it together.
Do you
And
like
it was-
toys or not
I
really?
loved it. It was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's helpful, right? It just isn't.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's different. It's new. It's not like
Yeah.
the same boring shit over and over and over
Right.
Yeah.
at all.
I'm surprised people don't have more toys.
Well, I don't have like crazy amount of toys. It seems to me like you have a whole castle.
Castle.
Like, maybe I should come over and like
Come to the bouncy house.
Oh, that I do have. I'm just saying.
Oh my god, I'm probably gonna go to a sex shop later.
You
Is
should.
what's happening.
I know I'm getting you for your birthday.
Do you guys have any fears or concerns when it comes to sex? It's a little deeper. Do you guys personally have any fears or concerns?
Well, I'm married, so not really anymore.
Well, did you?
No, not really. I mean, I've never really. I mean, I don't know. Like, we talked about this. There's definitely the cool girl in the beginning. When it starts to become more intimate, and all of a sudden that switches. It's like, in the first couple months, you're like fucking porn star, and then you're like, oh, now I really love you, and now I'm not drunk, and now I like, kind of like it. I really care, and this is like I'm another person.
Yeah.
It's different. It's like, I don't know. So maybe that was it, was just like, oh God, that vulnerability when it's actual intimacy, like we were talking about, when it's not just fucking, when there's a real relationship there. I think it can be scary. Mm-hmm. But if you just write it out and it's your person, then it can be quite beautiful. And it should be, And then after it's beautiful and lovely, then you can bring toys and start to experiment, and then it's a safe place. Yeah. You don't want to introduce it into that in the very beginning. Then I don't know where you go from there. Then it just stays about that kind of relationship. Mm-hmm. So,
what about you, Skeet?
I mean, certainly for a while it was always don't come too quick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
I mean, I think that's a fear a lot of guys have.
Why is that a fear?
Well, because if you're not in a relationship, it's different. It's you don't know when the next time may be, so it's not, becomes a bigger deal.
Mm-hmm.
Does it feel better the longer you can hold it in for?
I'd like her to be happy.
Right.
So
it's a lot of pressure.
No, not necessarily. I mean, I'm older now. It's not that much of an issue anymore. Right. But certainly in my 20s and 30s, it was a worry. But
would you jerk off before you would go on a date sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah.
Because it helps.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I think that's probably, I don't know, fear-wise, maybe that's about it.
That's most guys' fears.
Yeah.
I mean, still my husband still now. I'll be like, come on, let's do it. And he's like, it'll be better later.
I love when it's quick, because then I feel like I fucking
You rocked his world.
I'm the king of the castle.
I like it. Me too.
I'm like, great, you're done. Let's go.
I'm like, it's fine. 3 minutes is fine.
Yeah,
dude,
I love it.
Great. We're connected.
I
feel like
I love it.
The energy.
When it takes too long, then I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah, I know.
Why is it taking so long?
I'm like, did you take something
Yeah,
or smoke something? Like, why is this 45 minutes bullshit?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
Dude.
No, thank you. Now you're not going to have sex for like 3 more days.
45 minutes sex.
Not too long ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but I'm sure he probably jerked off that day or right before he came upstairs.
Yeah.
And then smoked and then was like, let's do it. I was like, this is like, I was already tired starting the night.
Oh,
like,
no.
The kids are going to come in like any minute.
Doggy style. You're like,
No. But there are certain tricks. There's certain things that you're like, this will get it fast. This will make it happen. Right? You're like, okay, we'll just go out.
It's so funny when
a
man's like, no, don't go for that. Don't do it.
Don't do that one.
Blocking it.
You're like, oh, you want this to be over. Oh, she just turned over. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Head down, butt up.
Isn't that funny?
And she wants it.
Certain positions are
it's
like,
very
let's
fast.
get it over. Let's do this.
Why is mine from the backside and he's not looking at me? What is that? You think it's...
Because they like ass and like they're jiggling in the butt and you're just like, okay, this is going to be easy peasy.
Have you ever looked at how your butt jiggles back there?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I usually do it in front of a mirror so I can see it too.
Oh, that's nice.
Great. No, welcome to Scout's kinky mirror closet of toys. Just a mirror. Just a mirror, one vibrator.
Suctioned to the mirror.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just me by myself.
GoPro.
Don't worry about it, guys.
I'm going to give you all the attachments.
Oh, hilarious.
Okay,
so fun.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, well, you're like a lover, a romantic. Like you're very,
I think I have a mix of personalities sexually, yeah. But
interesting. That's nice to know that side of you. Are you a hopeless romantic?
At the moment.
At the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Is it hard to? Are you with anybody right now?
No.
You're not. Has it been hard to date as you get older? And this with like, you're not one of those guys that wants like a 20-year-old, are you?
No, not at all.
22.
22.
Jeez,
No.
get it right. Just kidding.
I mean,
Just
I wonder.
kidding.
Like, I definitely see. Sometimes I'm like, when I was younger, I look at guys that are now like in their 50s, and I'm like, they're fucking hot.
Oh yeah, that's
But
always
when I
what went
was
for.
like in my 20s, I don't know if I would have looked at a guy in his 50s and think he was hot. But there are definitely times like in my 30s where I was like, that boy's really cute, and he's like 19. I'm like, he's super cute, but he's a baby.
Right.
See, I
So I
never
don't know.
looked younger. I always looked older.
You always looked for older guys.
Yeah, I never looked younger. But I always
There's
got
no-
stuck with the
age is not
youngins.
necessarily a thing in my mind. Like I
Yeah.
think there's a chemistry and a maturity
Yeah.
that belies numbers, and
Yeah.
so it's not really been sort of a number.
Have you ever dated older women?
No.
Just
No.
younger.
I mean, I had kids with someone who was 4 years younger than me. That's
Okay.
probably, been as close as I've come to my age.
Right. My husband's 9 years younger than me.
Yeah.
How old? How much older is Tom than you?
Oh, like 12?
12 years older?
12 years older than me. See? Always older. Always older. But a child at heart too.
Yeah.
Because I need that. I
Yeah.
need that too. I'm a big kid.
Yeah.
So I need that.
Interesting.
Look at that.
Well, should we move on? You
Yes.
passed. You passed our test.
Yay!
Yay!
What do I get?
You get a dildo. All right. You get a flashlight.
So let's talk scary.
Let's talk
Danielle.
scary.
What
Let
do
me
you
get my
got
glasses
here?
on. So I'm sure. Have you guys have people come up to you, Skeet, and talked about the Scream murders?
The ones in the film, or
No, the real
ones that
guys.
were initially based
Yeah.
on? No, in fact, I only saw.
Wait, was your movie? Your movie wasn't based on this. So these Scream, I guess these are two kids. This came out, I think, it was like 10 years after the original Scream came out. These kids tried to sort of recreate what you guys
Oh,
did.
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you don't
Didn't hear
know
about
about it.
this?
Okay,
Oh,
good.
good.
I was like, I'm sure everybody's been like, oh, but you know what? They probably don't know what to say to him.
No, probably
Fans probably don't know what. They
No,
probably
I've
don't say
never-
much to you. They're probably like, I love you. Sign my ghost face.
Will you marry me?
Yes, please. Can I have a hug? You know,
Oh,
we
I love
understand all of
those.
that. Okay, so oh my god, I got to get this blowjob thing off of my horrible.
Don't leave it up so your
there was
children
a
can see it.
copycat to the film,
Yeah,
like 10 years after the film.
Yeah.
No way.
yeah. These
kind of
fucking
a
these kids.
nightmare.
Yeah. So I years ago I did this Geraldo episode where these psychologists tried to tell me that people that watch horror movies are bad and that they're going to try to kill people and that
No.
we should not. I'm like, what the
That's
please,
ridiculous.
it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. But I guess sometimes this actually happens. But this is like bigger than that. So this is the killers. Oh wait, hold on. Let me go to the top. These teens wanted to kill their friend, and their plan was something straight out of the movies. So this is written by Jacob Shelton in Ranker. In 2006, two Idaho teens murdered 16-year-old Cassie Jo Stoddard, claiming the movie Scream inspired them to kill their friend. Brian Draper and Tori Adamczyk, both age 16, attended Pocatello High School with Cassie Jo. The teen boys entered the premises where Cassie Jo was house sitting and reportedly stabbed her approximately 30 times. Investigators discovered Draper and Adamczyk had recorded a video of their plan to murder Cassie Jo, as the teens boasted a passion for cinematography and movies. Historically, court cases have linked films to murder and mass shootings.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
At the trial, Adamczyk alleged the popular 1996 slasher flick cemented their idea to kill someone. While there are other accounts of teens who killed their friends, the motives for such murders vary. Often there's no apparent reason these killer teens turned on a friend, in such cases of Skylar Neese and but some other things. So let's see. In other instances, teens kill out of alleged jealousy or bigotry, such as the murder of Shonda Schreier. I don't know actually any of these cases. Anyway, 2007, Idaho state juries convicted both teens of first-degree murder and sentenced them to life in prison. But let me tell you something. After these kids did this, they filmed themselves. I'm just going to see if I can play this because if you guys can hear this. Let me see if it'll come on. Of course, it's not working.
They recorded themselves?
Yeah, so they recorded themselves saying, oh my God, like we fucking killed her. We fucking killed Cassie. I killed her. Oh my God, we killed her. So basically, prior to killing Cassie Jo Stoddard, high school juniors Ben Draper and Tori Adamsick filmed themselves discussing the murder. Portions of the video exist online. You actually can see them doing it, including footage of Adamsick saying there should be no law against killing people. Later in the video, he mentions how he's horny just thinking about killing Cassie Jo.
Wow.
The teens reportedly likened themselves to Ted Bundy, the Zodiac Killer, the Hillside Strangler. Draper and Adamsick, who proclaimed a passion for film, produced multiple incriminating videos regarding the case of Cassie Jo. 2017, the Supreme Court released the transcripts of the videos. This girl was so pretty and lovely. So she was house sitting for her aunt and her uncle, Allison and Frank, in their Whispering Hills home. Two of Cassie Jo's friends, Draper and Adamsick, showed up to hang out with her and her boyfriend, Matt Beckham. Reportedly, they all started watching a movie before Draper and Adamsick said they would rather watch a movie at a theater. The teens acted as though they left, and shortly thereafter, the house's power went out.
Get out.
When Beckham left for the evening, unable to spend the night, Draper and Adamsick returned. Adamsick later alleged to the police he and Draper stopped at the house for a party that didn't happen and immediately left to go to a movie theater. During the interview, Adamsick was unable to identify which movie they allegedly went to see on the night of the murder. So they got their story straight, but they didn't know they didn't talk about what movie they went to see to tell the cops. Yeah. So they couldn't figure it. So the killers reenacted a scene from a slasher movie. After Cassie Jo's boyfriend left, Draper and Adamsick re-entered the home wearing masks. They turned off
What
the
kind of
power.
masks does it
I didn't
say?
say. It was just like black hoodie, black something or other, black clothes. But they took her. They left. They took her car and they went just down the street and they changed their clothes. And they came back to the house and went into the basement and were like throwing things and making noise to get them to come down to the basement.
Wow.
I do remember hearing
That
about part
this?
of it. Yeah.
And they weren't responding, so they turned the power off. She got scared, and she wanted her boyfriend to spend the night, but I think the mom of the boyfriend wouldn't let him spend the night, so she came to pick him up at like 11, but the friends were still downstairs. They were still down in the basement. The boyfriend leaves. She's on the couch watching TV, going to sleep, and they decide to turn the power out again, and they come upstairs. I think the power comes on, and she sees them, but they're wearing masks, so she doesn't know these are
who they
his
are,
friend,
yeah.
her friends. And she's in the middle of fucking nowhere. So she's in this, like she was dog sitting for her aunt and uncle. So they come in, and I guess supposedly she said, who are you? And I'm going to kick your asses.
Fuck yeah.
So they fucking stabbed her. One of them stabbed her 29 times.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Of course, they thought it was the boyfriend. The police thought it was the boyfriend. So much that the mother actually called wait, let me take it back. So she was killed. The 13-year-old cousin of this girl was the one that found her when the aunt and the uncle came back. 2 days later, they found her dead on the floor. They killed her. They left. They filmed themselves like a bunch of dumb fucks saying, oh my God, we fucking killed her. We fucking killed her. Crazy. I can't believe we just killed her. And then they're like, well, we got to get our story straight. We got to get our story straight. And they went, and I guess they burned some of their clothes. They like lit their clothes on fire. This is what they said. And I quote, Draper says, I just killed Cassie. Or just killed Cassie. We just left her house. This is not a fucking joke. Adamsick, I'm shaking. Draper says, I stabbed her in the throat and I saw her lifeless body. It just disappeared. Dude, I just killed Cassie. These are what the two kids look like.
Wow. How old were they again?
16.
Wow.
So this is like a common thing that I've been hearing of like a lot more kids watching like these films or like even like Slender Man and all that kind of stuff. It's like they're like following.
That came from like an internet thing, though,
Yeah,
right?
an internet video
I think
thing.
it was like real.
I mean, just look at TikTok. Like people are like, there's so many things that people have had to take down now from TikTok because kids are getting hurt because they're just like they're repeating it over and over. And a lot of these cases have been coming up with kids following certain movies. I don't remember in our era with us like watching these things going, oh yeah, let's go reenact and redo that.
No. Well, the crazy thing is, so one of the guys turned on the other one. They put him in separate rooms.
Okay.
They freaked out, and one of them told on the other that they had taken their stuff and lit it on fire and where it was buried, and also all of the tapes. that they recorded. It was all there. It was like the knife, the tapes, his clothes, shit, like all this other shit. So it says the total authorities, the teens had been present there at the night of the murder. 3 days later, they arrested Draper and Adamsick. Pocatello police interviewed Draper and Adamsick after the discovery of Cassie Jo's murder. Authorities interviewed Draper for a second time 2 days later. With consent, investigators searched Draper's room and found an empty knife sheath. The next day, during a third interview, Draper alleged he and Adamsick returned to the residence to scare Cassie Jo, but Adamsick stabbed her to death. Draper then led police to the clothes, weapons, and masks.
So were they not going to kill her? Were they just going to scare her and then she pissed him off?
I don't know. I mean,
did they go with
how do you go to
intention?
scare and then not? I mean,
I don't know.
At some point, you got to go, it's me.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a psychology in there that's missing in the whole of these kids, like that's crucial.
Yeah.
It's not the movies. It's not the there's a psychology. There's something wrong.
There's something wrong. It's fucking weird. So it says Draper maintained Adamsick coerced him into. So one saying he told him to do it. The other one saying he didn't tell me to do it. They're in jail. So they actually. So this is interesting. The prosecution maintained these teens murdered in an attempt to achieve fame in the same manner as the Columbine killers. The video indicated Draper and Adamsick planned to commit multiple murders.
Wow.
A psychological evaluation also indicated the teens were of sound mind when they decided and executed the murder of their friend. Adamsick later tried to appeal his they got life sentences as kids. On the grounds the ruling was unconstitutional, but the courts upheld the decision, factoring that his motive for murder was based solely on his desire to achieve fame as a serial killer. So in 2007, the courts convicted juveniles Draper and Adamsick of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. The teens received a sentence of life without the possibility of parole. Their attorneys filed an appeal with the U.S. Supreme Court, citing there was a lack of information concerning the way a minor's brain develops. 2016, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled it unconstitutional for a minor to receive a sentence of life without parole, no matter what crime they committed. However, in 2017, the Idaho Supreme Court ruled to uphold Adamsick's fixed 30-year conviction in both teen sentences. Draper and Adamsick are in the Idaho State Correctional Facility. What was really, and then they the fucking aunt and uncle tried to sell their house. Nobody wanted to buy the house because they're changed the carpet and and then the poor girl that found her cousin has been in and out of institutes because she has had a lot of issues. They even just wanted to sell their house for what they owed, which is $138,000. They wanted to walk from the house. They just couldn't do it anymore, and nobody would buy their house. I think they recently just sold it.
Wow.
They hadn't even gone into the living room where she was found in the years they had lived there after it had happened. They just couldn't bring themselves to do it. So this is what she looks like.
Whoa.
It's really fucking
That is so sad. Oh, man.
Super pretty, super cute,
Oh, wow.
sweet girl,
Oh, no.
I mean, dumbasses.
That's interesting. I mean, for fame? For fame?
I think
Yeah,
some
I mean,
people
like
commit to murders, or they admit to it, and they have no involvement in it because they want to be famous.
Go make a backwards backyard of movie of a slasher, but don't do something real.
Delusions of grandeur.
It's crazy.
It's fucked up, right?
Yeah, that is. So you never heard of these?
No. I think Dateline or somebody
They did.
yeah. And I tend to watch it as I'm falling asleep. And I remember hearing
my favorite.
the thing about them hiding in the basement and
Yeah,
killing the power
throwing
and
stuff.
But I don't remember the rest of it. And I never heard the part about Scream or it having.
They probably just put the two. I mean, they probably just pinned it on your movie because they had nothing else to.
Right, the similarity of it or something. But yeah, horrible.
So sad.
I mean, to find somebody of sound mind really just means we're going to give you life. And
Right.
you're not going to let you take the insanity plea. It's arguable that they are of sound mind, like the three of us sitting here are of sound mind. I mean,
Right.
clearly.
But you don't want to go kill somebody in real life.
No. Nor could I be
movie
coerced because some
is that
friend
movie-
is going just stab her, bro. Just stab her. Okay, sure.
Is the movie Scream not inspired you?
So did both of them stab her or just the one?
Just the one,
Just
but they
the
both
one.
got
So
life.
the other guy was just holding the camera, filming the entire thing.
He wasn't filming her do it. They filmed
Just
getting in the
after.
car after. But they were coming up with a plan to cover it up.
Let's film it. That'll cover it
Yeah,
up.
yeah, seriously.
They burned their clothes, they hid the tape, they buried the tape, and then they went home and they went to one of their house and watched a movie. Oh, and then there's a part of the story. So the boyfriend, who's their third friend, right? He was calling them the next day because Cassie wasn't returning his messages or calls. So he was like, I'm worried about her. And he went to their house, to the friend's house, and wanted one of them to drive him over there to see. And and it was the guy that stopped her. And he was like, I don't have enough gas in my car, man. I need enough gas for Monday to get to school. So he wouldn't take her over there because she was fucking dead in the living room. But how do you just like sit with that?
Dude.
Do you think they're not going to catch you?
You can't explain someone with that type of mind,
Yeah.
why they do
You ever read
what
Crime
they do.
and Punishment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you just can't. I mean, there's just no explanation but what they have. That's crazy.
Fucking horrible.
That's so sad. She was house sitting, you said?
Yeah.
Poor dog. Was sitting there for 2 days.
I know. Oh, Scout.
That's what my
He had
podcast
something to eat.
I think the rumor is only cats eat you if you're dead, right?
Oh.
What?
You didn't hear that?
No.
Really?
Oh.
Only cats?
Cats will eat you. Dogs won't. They'll they'll
good.
stand by your side. Do you have any pets?
No. I mean, I did forever.
Did you have dogs?
Yeah.
It's like a dog guy. You didn't have cats,
No,
did you?
my daughter has our cat. But when she moved out, she took it with her.
Well, if she dies, your cat will eat her,
Easy
which it
over
won't
there.
happen.
Yeah, seriously. Don't
When
plant
she's
that
like
in his
100.
mind. Yeah, 102.
I tell my kid all the time, when you're 100, you're going to
Get a
die when
cat.
you're 100. Yes, dogs
Oh,
won't.
man.
Do you have anything else you want to add on to that?
No, that's just fucking horrific. I can't. I just don't understand any of it. I mean, the fame part. I mean, I don't understand any of that. That's just so sad.
Well, they're in jail for life.
Good for
That's
those
where they should be.
kids.
When
That's
you
where they
watch,
belong.
I think I was watching the Dateline one, and they were showing the kid that stabbed her with the parents in the room, and when they were filming him, and the parents were like still pushing that he's innocent to him. And the kid's sitting there like, yeah, and they were like, you're innocent. You didn't do this. And he's like, no. And it's like, you want your kid to take responsibility. I don't understand that side of parenting. Like, if your kids did something horrible, we had this conversation about this numerous times. It's obviously very difficult, especially like we did one case where like the kid killed the other sibling, and then you're like, oh, how do you juggle that situation?
Yeah.
But as a parent, and your kid does something like this, your kid has to pay the consequences. I would not be sitting in there going, you didn't do this, right? You didn't do this, right? Like, look at me. Shake your head no, because I'm trying to get you out of this.
Yeah.
I don't want to
No.
get my kids out of that.
No, they wouldn't. I mean, I don't know how you'd live with yourself or them.
But maybe they already can't live with themselves because they raised their kid and their kid did this.
Maybe. I mean,
Yeah, that's what it is.
clearly they lost touch a long time ago.
Yeah. God, what responsibility is it of the parents? I don't know.
Well, now your kid's a pocket pussy.
On that note, guys.
We need to get that made.
Yeah, we do.
Get your friend in here and make them.
Oh
my gosh.
Thank you so
Skeet,
much
what
for
do you
joining
What do you
us.
have coming up right now? Before we let you go, what do you have going on, and what are your your social media handles so everyone who doesn't already fucking follow you can follow you.
Mine is SKEET ULRICH.
Yes.
At Instagram. Instagram's the only social media I have. I did a really cool film that we're waiting to find a home for, that Brad Anderson, who did The Machinist,
yeah.
directed. Michelle Moynihan and I did.
Fabulous.
Called Blood, and it's
nice.
about a woman, and we're going through it. We play a couple that's going through a divorce and a custody hearing. We have 2 kids, and she moves to this remote farmhouse, and there's something up in the woods, and the dog, our family dog, like runs away, comes back a couple days later and mauls my son, bites him in the neck. He's bleeding out. She works at the hospital, Michelle does, so she rushes him to the hospital. They save his life. He won't get better. It's not rabies. They can't figure out what it is. One night she's working and the alarm goes off in his room, and she finds him behind the bed drinking the blood bag.
Whoa.
And he gets better.
What?
Oh, shit.
And then the rest of the
Dum
movie.
dum 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 dum
Yeah.
dum. Oh man,
That sounds
good.
It's really good.
We like them
really
scary
good.
movies over here.
Yeah,
so.
we do.
Ooh, that's
We'll go see that
exciting.
one. When you just finished filming that, or
No,
that's
we
done?
finished that a little over a year ago.
Okay.
So
Just looking for a home.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to find it. Yeah, find where it goes. It's really good. Got to see it. It's really good, and he's an incredible director.
Yeah.
And she's an incredible performer.
Was she great to work with?
And yeah, amazing. Sweetest, kindest,
Lovely.
most present, beautiful person.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're like, thank God.
Yeah.
I get to go through this journey with you when they're
And we
that
have
way.
these epic battles on screen, and we just wind up laughing at the end of takes.
Oh, how fun.
Once it got into ad lib line, and
Right.
she would come up with some zinger that oh my God.
Like, I know what it's like to be in a bad relationship with you.
Yeah. So that was fun. I did
Scary.
one with Alec Baldwin right before he did
Oh, shit.
Rust. It's tornado chasers called Supercell. And then I just did one with Ashley Moore and Claire Forlani and Thomas Jane.
I love Thomas.
Yeah.
So great to work with.
It's about this girl who sort of runs through the foster system and has nowhere left to go. And her last chance they give her is with this Pentecostal snake handling family in the mountains of Tennessee.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Which is Claire and I.
You play
How fun.
I'm like, you have way more fun roles than I
God.
get. I'm just like running from the killer.
Yeah, same.
Right?
Men can play such cool fucking
Yeah.
roles. Those are awesome.
I want that stuff. That's wonderful. How exciting. That's fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
it's-
And
it
is
was-
there another Scream in the works?
There's one, yeah. They're going to shoot 6, I guess it
Gonna
will
shoot
be.
6?
Yeah, this summer. I
Fabulous.
don't know who's in it, who's not, but they're making it.
Awesome.
We can't wait.
Amazing.
Thank you for being our guinea pig.
Thanks for inviting me. That was a lot of fun. You guys are having a blast over here.
Yeah, we are.
I've never, I did a sort of a podcast with Lawrence Fishburne. He does this radio play.
Oh, God.
And that's the only one I'd really done. So
Oh, shit.
that's-
Well, this is very different from
Yeah.
Well, that's very. I mean, it was an ensemble reading, the
amazing.
script.
Oh,
that's
and
cool. I
you
really
know,
like
so
that.
it's like a live radio play kind of feeling to it. Obviously, it's
Nice.
not live, but yeah, this is the first real talk show-ish.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully you
Yes,
had
kinda.
fun.
I've had a great time.
Okay, good.
Bring me back.
And we'll come back.
Anytime you want to come back.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I'm
We love
down.
the male perspective.
Totally.
So helpful. I mean, like we get tired of talking about the same shit. I'm sure you
Right.
get tired of talking about the same shit.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
nice to just go somewhere and talk about things that I think
I find
people would
interesting.
want to know,
Yeah.
So I don't know. Otherwise, it's so boring. So
Yeah, absolutely. You're doing a great job.
thanks,
Thank
Skeet.
you. And thank you guys, all that's listening. Thank you.
for
And
listening.
see you
next
next time.
Bye.